Here I am in one of I think this is actually the poorest neighborhood that I have encountered since I've been in Peru. Um, and I have 6 more weeks to go. I've only been here for 2 weeks and 2 days. But I got really curious because I know now, being much closer to the city center than I was when I filmed this, that I would be visiting the city center and the Museo de Catacombes, they say here. Um, but you can definitely see the Spanish / Catholic influence. Each one of these squares represents a life lost, and I am assuming, but I could be wrong, that the squares belong to those who were cremated, as you will see in approaching some of the other burial sites, that they are more mausoleum-like, where these are stacked one on top of another, and there aren't any grave plots to go along with them. But I got very interested in, by region, how did they look at and deal with death from ancient times to today. And I have just barely begun to scratch the surface of my research, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it justice in the next 6 weeks. It's a huge project. Considering the amount of peer-reviewed, scholarly, academic research that is out there that I would need to engulf myself in, while simultaneously also trying to rebrush up on my Espanol. But I will tell you, I have visited many a cemetery in other countries as well, and never in my entire living experience have I felt the way I felt when I entered this cemetery. I hate to be cliche about it, but it was as though every hair was standing on end, and internally, as though I had hairs inside of my heart, stomach, intestines, veins, that were all standing on end. And I didn't feel this way prior to entering the cemetery. But immediately, as soon as I walked into it, I felt that way and didn't linger long at all. So you can see the difference between the plots that have actual plots and the walls of perhaps cremation. No say. I don't know, and I won't claim to. I won't lie to kick it, and those of you who know me well enough know that that has been my philosophy for life. Para vida. I was actually quite wrong, and upon closer inspection, I noticed that these are actually above ground burial plots. Also, a very interesting fact is at night in Peru, I hear very strange noises. I've tried to talk to the owner of the establishment where I'm staying about it, but lack the words in Espanol to be able to describe what I am hearing. Um, it doesn't seem to be earthly. It seems to be of another realm. Okay, here we are after I have left the cemetery. And this is what I encountered on the way in. On the way in, this is a military truck off to the left here that you saw. And I actually got nervous on the way in because I saw this military truck off to the left. And once I had come around the corner, it was a much different scene than what I had been seeing. But luckily, there was a stand right before I encountered the military truck, and a woman was sitting at the stand with her dogs. And I said, "Está bien para mí en la calle?" And I said, "Cementerio es en la calle?" That means it's okay for me to be in this street. Is the cemetery on this road? And she said yes, that it was okay. And but yeah, she said that it was okay for me to be walking in the street. Está bien para mí caminar en la calle. And she said, está bien. And, I'd asked her about the cemetery and everything. And she said, yes, that I was on the right road for that. But I'm telling y'all, I encountered people on this road who just looked like they had nothing. And my grandparents were pig farmers, so I know what pig shit smells like. And that was the stench of this road. And there's a lot of ham eaten in Peru, so it totally made sense that I would be near a pig farm, because where else would they get the pig? But yeah, the stench was extreme as far as a pig farm. And like I said, I encountered people on this road that obviously had little to nothing. And still, I had no problems, despite the numerous warnings I have received about not trusting people here, and to be careful with my cell phone and my wallet and my passport. And that's why I encourage y'all, no matter what people tell you, make up your own mind. Come to your own conclusions.